Let me see here. Boy, you're standing up. Would you like to help me? Come on over. Right over here and face everyone. And your name is Isabella. You're with the Girl Scouts. Very good. Hi, Isabella. Are you nervous? Why are you shaking? Isabella's going to help me with my big bird. Did you ever work with big birds like that? You have? Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to teach everybody here what we need to learn before we work with the big birds. The first thing we need, Isabella, you have to put on some gloves. Those big birds, they keep their claws very sharp. You know, they run around that rainforest, flying, they grab the tree branch and dig the sharp claws in. Well, we certainly can't have Isabella getting scratched or pinched. So we're going to protect the hands. Okay? You still want to help me? There's another thing. We have some birds like Poppy here. Some of you already met Poppy. Poppy is called an umbrella or the white cockatoo. Now she gets her name Umbrella because when she lifts the feathers on her head, it looks like an umbrella, doesn't it? She puts these feathers way up, beautiful umbrella. Show me. She's being a bad bird. You know what I do with bad birds? What happened to the bad bird? She's a very good bird. She has a beautiful umbrella. On her feathers, she has powder. Birds like Poppy, they emit a powder down that keeps them waterproof. When you buy this bird, that pet store forgets to tell you that. You have the bird in your house, the powder gets in the air, and you breathe it in and start coughing and sneezing. We cannot have Isabella breathing any of that powder, so there's something we can do. We're going to make Isabella look like the doctor. We're going to give you a dust mask. There we go. Now see, now you don't breathe the powder. Okay? You still want to help me? Very good. There's another thing. One more thing. When you learn about the large parrots, we find them to be territorial. They like to protect their space, the territory. When somebody gets too close, they will lunge out and bite. Scream, flap their wings away from my space. Isabella, these birds have no idea who you are. We do not want any screaming or biting. There is something we can do. We're going to make Isabella look like a bird. Let's give you some feathers. There we are. Now see, with the bird feathers, no, we need something else. Much better. And now we need one more thing, and then you can help me. Your ears are too short. Does she look like a big bird now? See, Isabella, now the birds, they say, hey, another bird come to visit and play with us. Now you can help me. We need Isabella to hold this. You know what this is? This is a brush. This is the pan. The help I need today, outside in my trailer, I have 10 messy, poopy bird cages need cleaned. You still want to help me? I didn't think so. We like everyone to know, especially at the pet expos, and all of us here that really love and enjoy our animals. Of course, it's up to us, and they count on us to make sure that they have a clean place to live. Fresh food, clean water every day. That is very special help. Okay, Isabella, give me them feathers, and you wait right here. We're not finished yet. I would like you to meet one of my friends that we brought. Okay, we're going to have everyone say hello to Elvie. Now, I would like to walk Elvie around. We ask you do not reach out to touch her near her eyes or her tail. These tails are very sensitive. Don't like to be like other animal shows, bird shows, where you see them in a cage behind bars or flying off in the distance. I like to give everyone a nice, close look. Is that close enough, Isabella? You know what? If she was closer, I think she'd be behind you. I'll be right back. Elvie is called the green-winged macaw. The macaws are the largest birds in the parrot family of birds. 328 living species of parrot. Every bird here is a parrot. They come in all shapes and sizes. Now these big macaws we find in South America, the rainforest of mainly South America. Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela. Beautiful colors, different reds. The reds blend into a green. Now that's where her name comes from, green-winged macaw. The greens blend into a variety of aquas and blues. She has a very long tail. The tail has feathers that are called covert feathers. They open like a fan. That is her rudder. When these birds fly, they open the fan and they tilt it left, right, up, and down. That's how they change direction when they fly. And this bird has one incredibly powerful beak. That's a can opener. That beak breaks the hardest nuts in the world, one little bite. It's like a razor blade in a pair of vice grips. Somebody getting the camera out, we can give them a close-up. Hey, Isabella. See that beak? Did we get it? Hold it. See that beak? That beak can exert force of pressure per square inch. Do you know what that means? That means it hurts. If Elvie was flying in the rainforest looking for a place to stop and rest, she might want to rest on the Isabella tree. Do we have a big branch sticking up? That's good. If not, Elvie lands on top of the tree. Elvie would fly and land right there. Now, if Elvie wanted to, she'd take that beak, grab Isabella's arm, one bite, snap it in half. You want to show us how she can do that? Elvie here was abandoned in a pet store near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She was in that pet store for 9 years, confined in a small cage, and of course they cut her wings. She became very aggressive because people would come in there and poke at her, scream at her, throw things at her, and she became a mean bird. Excuse me. She never sold because of such a high price. These large birds are thousands of dollars. Well, that pet store went out of business. The owners left and abandoned the animals. When the authorities moved in, they called the Philadelphia Zoo. They said, we got one of them big, colorful parrots. When the zookeepers came, they wanted no part of her. Too aggressive. Can't have that in a public place. Well, I got the call. Elvie is 20 years old this year, and I hand this bird to 2-year-old children when I do preschools. She is that well socialized. We're going to make a bird trainer out of Isabella here. She's going to hold Elvie's treat. Show her that you have that. You are the bird trainer. Now we'll see if Elvie will show us big wings today. Are you going to show us big wings? Would you show Isabella the big wings? Are you having a problem? Tell me, what's the matter? Tell me. She wants her signal. Hold that in one hand, show her. Other hand, make a big 2. Hold it way up. That big 2 means big wings. It meant big wings yesterday. Come on, Elvie, way up. I want you to notice that Elvie has all of her feathers. Now again, most people, they buy a bird, the first thing they do is cut the wings and then stick it in a cage. These birds were meant to fly. They need their wings for their health. And all of these birds can and do fly. You want to fly down? She'll take that very gently. Hang on there, Isabella. I think we have something for you for helping us out and being a good sport. We want Isabella to have one of our Animal Planet beautiful beasts, activity books, and a very special parrot puzzle. You know what a puzzle is? You don't put batteries in there. That's for you. Nice hand for Isabella. Thank you. You can have your seat. One of the main reasons I do the pet expos and really enjoy doing them is to talk about the rescue. Was able to go through a lot of places here, and you folks who do have the kind hearts of rescuing certain types of dogs, cats, and different types of animals. My hat's off to you because I know what it's like. A lot of people say, but parrots, who would abuse a parrot? How do you abuse a parrot? I'd like to tell you a quick story of the bird in the picture here. Is there something wrong with that bird? He doesn't have any feathers. This bird was purchased for $4,000 to be someone's lifetime companion. Now, they brought him home, showered him with attention. He didn't live in a cage. He had a tree stand in the living room. They cut his wings so he couldn't get down out of there. And just like anything, after a while, the novelty wore off. Now, these birds can scream very loud. In the natural habitat, when these birds scream to capacity, you can hear them 5 miles away. Very lucky we live in a place, hills, buildings, houses, things that'll block sound. When they scream like that here, you can only hear them 3 miles away. You don't want that scream in the room you're in. This bird, when he screamed, they decided to get him a cage. They put him in one of those little dog crates. He ended up in their garage, where he lived in that dog crate under a table for 12 years. They tried to sell him. Nobody could get near him. And because he had no mind stimulation, nothing to keep himself occupied, he turned on himself, pulled out all his feathers. Well, they got in touch with me and they said, now there's one mean, ugly, nasty, biting bird. We can't sell them. Nobody will give us $10. You want them? Come and get them. You can have them. I drove to Jackson, Michigan. This is Harley today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Picture was taken in 1995. That's when Harley came to live with me. And I brought him home, put him in a big flighted room. He stayed on the floor, scared to death. It took me nearly 2 years before he would come close to me. You see, he had a problem with human beings. His former human beings, when he would be a parrot and make some noise, they would squirt him in the face with water, throw things at his dog crate, or cover him up and put him in the dark. Hard to trust another human. I got him on the right diet. Again, they don't eat spaghetti and pizza. Fruits, vegetables, a good nut mix. Had Harley about 3 years, looked one day, and I noticed the feathers were coming back. Harley is now 33 years old. He had a number of medical problems that we've been working with for the last 19 years. But I was told in 1995, put the bird down, he'll never make it. Well, here we are, 33, big, beautiful, happy, as healthy as can be. Harlequin macaw. He's my signature bird. Thank you very much. That's our Harley.